Are you ready to draw with me today? Well, that's exactly what we do in Living Book Sketches. We draw pictures from living books. Today's lesson is taken from our island story, and we're going to be drawing a Roman ship. So get your paper and your pencil and your crayons together, and I'll wait for you here so we can draw together. Now that we have our supplies, let's begin. Let's find the middle of our paper, and I want you to draw a faint line down the middle, and then come over to the side and draw another faint line across. Then you're going to come in maybe a finger length, and you're going to draw a curved line round to the other side. Come down, curve the bottom of the boat, and then curve back up. Let's draw the back of the boat. I'm going to come in here a little way, and I'm going to curve down and then go back up. On the sides, I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to curve up, slant down, and come back in. On the other side, let's make it fancier. I'm going to come up and I'm going to curve around like a circle, and then I'm going to come back in. Let's start up here at the top, and let's draw a line down to inside the boat, and another line down inside the boat. And then I can erase my sketch marks inside, because this pole is what holds the sails. So draw a line. Now look how I slanted that. That's not straight. Another parallel line right below it. And now let's put the mask on. Curve down. Go in a little way, and then you're going to come back up and meet it at the top. Come over on the other side, and I'm going to curve in. And then I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to slant this down to meet. So you're not drawing just a flat rectangle. Let's put a rope on the end of this to hold our sail on. They had to anchor the mast down for the wind, so the wind wouldn't take off with it. Over here they have a smaller one. So let's draw a curve, rectangle or a square, whatever size you want. And I'm going to start up here at the top, and I'm going to curve in. Coming down a little way, and back up. So I wanted it to look like the wind is carrying that sail. And I'm going to draw a line into the boat to hold these sails. Okay, now down here in the boat, there were oars or paddles that's how the men controlled the little, or their ship. So I made a long rectangle, and then I'm going to draw a line out, and I'm going to draw another line and get it fatter or get it wider as it comes out. It looks like I'm only going to be able to fit 4 in there, and they had many, many more paddles to help the ship move. I'm erasing lines that I have sketched in. At the top up here, I'm just going to put a oval shape on it. Now let's draw the water, and I'm going to take my pencil on the side. I'm going to make like little peaks. Up and down, because that's the water. Same way here, up and down, and I'm going to hit the paddle, go under the boat, I'll go under the paddles, because I want to show the paddles are laying on top. Now I want to show that the paddles are in the water. And then I will take my eraser so I can make it look like it's in the water there. I'm going to erase part of the boat there, my lines. Now I'm going to take my crayons, my brown crayon, and I'm going to color that center pole. Mine doesn't look very straight, does it? So I'll fix that. And you can fix your paper as well, because you are drawing it. So you'll spend time working on your drawing. And then I will color the rest of my boat brown. And I am going to, what I want to show you before I close out, is I'm putting a little bit of yellow on the top of my boat. And then I will blend brown with that. You're going to try to mix that together. To give it a little bit of highlight there, because you are coloring the inside of the boat's going to be darker. Notice how I left this open right there, because I'm going to take my darker crayon and I'm coloring the inside of that darker. It gives it a little bit of depth there. Let me try my black crayon. shows up a little bit better, doesn't it, boys and girls? And then you can color behind each oar or paddle. And then you will color the inside of your boat a darker brown or a light black. You can darken it behind the pole there and get it lighter as it comes out. Now you'll be able to refer back to the picture of how we colored the mask, how I went darker here and then lighter on the outside, darker on the inside, just like we did with the inside of the boat. And my paddles, I put yellow and brown on them. And then we're going to work on the water. So with the water, I got it darker behind the oar. Because I want to show that the oar is laying in the water. And then I'll get it lighter as I come out. See how I colored that dark on the side? And then you can blend. Just don't press as hard. You can see the difference there, and I'll blend that in. There. Now I can color my paddles, my oars. Now this looks like it's blending together. So I'm going to take a little bit of a black and I'm going to go behind it and make it look like the oars are coming out. They are in front. So I'm putting a little bit of black behind them. And then I can blend it in with the brown. Do you see how what the difference is here? I'm making this darker here, and it looks like this brings this top of this boat out. And then the mask, you will do the same thing in the same way with the water. You can do your shading. And then you will end up with this boat. So boys and girls, you can take your crayons, you can look at this picture and see how I colored, how I shaded, how I made the water look like the oars are inside the water. I colored it darker so it looks like the mast is turning. Inside of the boat is darker. You take your time, look at this picture as a reference, and you can color your boat. Thank you for joining me today. It was great having you in my class, and I will see you during the next Living Book Sketches. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll know when I start the next video. Thanks for joining me again, boys and girls.